Hi kids! Today we will learn about adverbs that are used for comparison. So let's start. Now we know adverbs. Adverbs are words that describe action words or verbs and even adjectives and other adverbs. Joy is walking. This sentence doesn't tell us anything about the action of walking. Joy is walking slowly. From the word slowly, we get to know about the manner in which Joy is walking. So walking is an adverb that adds more meaning to the verb walking. Tia is singing a song. Here, singing is a verb, but it's not telling anything further about the action of singing. Tia is singing beautifully. The word beautifully describes the verb singing, as from this word we get to know how she is singing. So, beautifully is an adverb. Grace is looking beautiful. Here, beautiful is an adjective, as it is describing the noun grace. Grace is looking very beautiful. Here the word very is adding more meaning to the adjective beautiful. So it's an adverb. So kids, we have learned a lot about adverbs and their types. Now, we will learn about adverbs that are used to compare two or more things. John is driving safely. Here, driving is a verb, and the adverb safely is describing the verb driving. So safely is an adverb, but it is not making any comparison. Adam's driving is safer than James' driving. Here, driving is the verb, and safer is the describing word for the verb. So the word safer is comparing the driving of Adams with James. Let's see some more examples of adverbs that are used for comparison. Jacob is running faster than Liam. Here, running is a verb, and faster is a word that is describing the verb running. So faster is an adverb, and it is comparing the running speed of Jacob with Liam. So kids, adverbs that compare two things end with the suffix er. Soon, sooner. Fine, finer. Loud, louder. Fast, faster. Such words are used in the comparison of two things. I reached home earlier than you. I finished my work sooner than you. I drank milk faster than her. Peter scored higher than Andrew. John is drawing faster than Annie. Let's see how longer adverbs like carefully, skillfully, beautifully, slowly, swiftly. How do we use them for comparison? He drives more carefully than his younger brother. So the adverb more carefully is being used for comparison. So what did we do? We added more before the adverb instead of adding er at the end. She writes more beautifully than her elder brother. Here, more beautifully is the adverb that is used for comparison. So we added more here. He does things more skillfully than his other age mates. John is swimming more skillfully than Annie. So we have added more before skillfully to change the adverb to adverb for comparison. So kids, we have learned about adverbs that compares two things. Now we will learn about adverbs that compare more than two things. Tia has made the best project in the class. Here, best is an adverb that compares the project of Tia with all other students in the class. John made fewest mistakes in math exam in the class. Here, the word fewest is an adverb that compares the mistakes of John with the mistakes of all the other students. Annie writes fastest in the class. Annie tried hardest among all. Olivia reached nearest to the victory point. This stone is nearest to me. So the adverb nearest is comparing the stone to many other stones. This stone is farthest from me. The adverb farthest is comparing one stone to many other stones. This point is the lowest point of this mountain. So the adverb lowest is comparing this point to many other points on this mountain. This is the highest point on the mountain. So the word highest is comparing this point to all the other points on this mountain. Among many boys, this boy seems to be the thinnest one. So the word thinnest is comparing one boy to all the other boys. Among these boys, this boy seems to be the strongest one. The word strongest is comparing one boy to many other boys. So kids, we learned the words ending with est, compare one thing or person to many other things or persons. So the words ending in est compare one thing or person to many other things or persons. In case of longer adverbs, we use most before the adverb to compare it with more than one thing. Olivia writes more beautifully than Alma. Here, a comparison is being made between two girls. Olivia writes most beautifully of all the girls in the class. Here, we have a comparison of Olivia with all the other girls in the class. So we have used most for that. John drives most carefully of all the other boys of his group. John is being compared to all the other boys of his group, and for that purpose, we have used most carefully. Olivia swims most gracefully of all the girls of her group. Here again, Olivia is being compared to all the other girls of her group. For this purpose, we have used most with carefully. Sam shouted most loudly of all the boys. Here again, Sam is being compared to many other boys, and for this purpose, we have used most with loudly. So kids, we have learned about adverbs for comparison, comparison between two things, and comparison between more than two things. Now you may go ahead and take a quiz to learn more. Bye-bye.